name is Dan Irvin. I'm the Executive Director for the Greater Farmington Area Chamber of Commerce. Welcome to another edition of Business Builders Corner. Today joining us is Nate Geinzer, Assistant to the City Manager of Farmington Hills. Nate, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Thank you. Nate, you're going to explain to us kind of a big deal, something that's going on for the communities of Farmington and Farmington Hills with an energy prize.
Yeah, very big deal.
Yeah. Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we came across a very unique opportunity probably about a year and a half ago now. Just stumbled across in an email. It said something about Georgetown University putting together this big competition. And so, being involved in sustainability and green initiatives with the cities of Farmington and Farmington Hills for a number of years, we decided to look into it. And come to find out, Georgetown was setting up a competition for communities between 5,000 and 250,000 in population to compete for a $5 million prize. And that $5 million prize, the winnings would be based on performance in an energy savings competition, working to save energy at both the residential sectors, so single family and multifamily homes, and also at the municipal sector, so our school buildings, our city halls. And we saw that as a great opportunity to showcase what we've been doing in our community for so long, and a real nice prize at the end to help motivate us.
And Nate, you've been very active since I came on in October with getting the word out. I've seen you present at various service clubs and throughout the community, and you've actually partnered with the Chamber. How has the Chamber helped you get this message out to the community?
Well, the Chamber has always been a big cheerleader of the community. It's a natural partnership to help get this message out, and particularly to help communicate with the different businesses about how they might be able to help get involved. Even though business energy use is not part of the competition, they certainly could play a critical role in helping us communicate what's going on. The Chamber's helped us, even just sharing a space at Ladies' Night Out. We had a great experience at that function. We had the opportunity to speak one-on-one with about 50 ladies, provide them information, tell them more about the energy prize. A few people knew what it was all about. A lot more of them didn't, so it was a great way to engage. And what we learned from that, we had already been kind of dancing around with it, but the one-on-one conversations with people is really going to be our most effective way to get this message out. So we definitely are looking at how other ways we can work with the Chamber to create those opportunities.
And you had an event on Earth Day at City Hall because of the weather. It was moved inside, and that was well received. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, that was a great event. Given the last-minute change, and we pulled the trigger to move the event at 11 o'clock. You know, that's a pretty last-minute change, and given all that, we had a great turnout. We probably would estimate about 300 or so people that came, a lot of young families. Home Depot was there, and they're doing one of their activities where they have the little kits that you build the projects, and they went through 189 kits.
Wow.
We had is probably one of our highest event participation, even given the last-minute changes. We had all kinds of information about the Energy Prize and other initiatives going on in the community. We had a mini food truck rally, or we had 3 food trucks outside that were really positively received. And then for the first time, we had a concert, a family concert, by a gentleman and his band called Joe Riley, and the Community Gardeners. He's out of Ann Arbor, does a great job with the kids, a lot of music around energy and environmental sustainability, so it was a perfect tie-in and just a great night.
Good. And what do you have coming up then? I know we decided to partner together on Founders Festival, and people can see you there. What other events do you have up in the next month or so?
Wow, we are definitely going to be busy. Starting on May 16th, we will be at the farmers market every other week throughout the entire season. So we'll be down there talking with people. We'll have information. We don't know exactly what's going to be at our table each week, but we may have some kids' activities, some information. We may have one of our sponsors showcasing some of the things that they do at the events. So the farmers market's the big one. We are looking at participating in other community events, although we haven't nailed those down quite yet. And probably the biggest thing coming up is we're going to be launching a pretty significant 6-month-long promotion.
Okay.
It's the Bill Buster drawing, and it will be a series of 6 drawings that will take place once each month between June and November. And essentially how Farmington and Farmington Hills residents would be able to enter is they would provide us a copy of their energy bill.
Mm-hmm.
That's essentially their entry fee. They fill out a very short entry form. They get a raffle ticket. So in June, we would be drawing for people's May energy bills. Now, the unique thing about this challenge, because we're trying to incentivize and encourage energy efficiency, if a resident is able to show us on their energy bill that they saved energy that month over the same month the year prior, they will be entered into a grand prize drawing.
Okay.
But even if they didn't save energy, they still get to participate. It's just a separate set of prizes, and these are pretty nice prizes. You know, the top prize on the grand prize drawing each month, AJ Dan Boys will be giving them a silver membership into the homeowners club. They'll be getting a Nest thermostat, which is a smart thermostat, and AJ Dan Boys is going to install that thermostat, and there'll be a gift card as part of that as well. That's the top prize in that category. And on the other side, you have a home energy audit by Ecotelligent Homes, and a Wi-Fi thermostat and an energy savings kit. And then one of our newer sponsors, Blake and Insulation, is also providing some home energy audits for us to give away as well. So these aren't like getting drawn for a light bulb. This is a pretty significant promotion, and we've got a really cool campaign coming together that I think once it gets launched and as people will see it, they won't be able to miss it.
So what's the timeline, Nate? How long does this energy prize go on for?
Yeah, so the official competition, when we're actually starting to track energy use, that began January 2015, so earlier this year.
Mm-hmm.
The competition, the energy savings piece of the competition goes on for 2 years. So all of 2015 and all of 2016, we'll be tracking how much energy the residential and municipal community is using on an aggregate level, so it's one number. And then at the end of those 2 years, Georgetown will be comparing that to our energy use over 2013 and 2014. Our main goal is to get into the final 10, which will be announced in 2017.
Okay.
Getting that final round is what will give us the opportunity to compete for that $5 million prize.
So Nate, what's the plan if we get to 2016, we're identified as one of the top performing communities, Farmington Hills? What's the next step in that process?
Sure. So what we have to do is we have to put together a final report, and Georgetown will be looking at the energy savings performance as a big piece of it, but they're looking at a much larger picture than that. You make it to the final round, they want to see what strategies we used to get us to that point. Are there strategies that would be easily replicated and scaled to communities across the country? I mean, they're really viewing this as a research project, so they want to start identifying the best practices. They're going to want to know if we win, how would we be spending the prize? And we've gotten a lot of input from the community through an online survey up to this point, and especially if we make it to that final round, we'll be having even more conversations with the community to figure out how we might invest $5 million into the community to promote energy efficiency.
Excellent. So real quick, Nate, as we wrap up here, can you tell anybody who wants more information how they can find that or call or check out a website? Yeah,
absolutely. The easiest place to go is the website. We're at www.sustainablefh.com. It's the city's sustainability website that we've had for a long time. We're also on Facebook at Farmington Hills Farmington Energy Prize. We also have a Twitter. And then you can always call me at the city manager's office. We're at 248-871-2500. And you can ask for myself, Nate Geinzer, or one of our other staffers working with us is Lydia Macklin-Camel. Either one of us would be happy to talk to people about how they can get involved.
Nate, you're doing a great thing for our community. We wish you the best luck, and the Chamber's very glad to partner with you. Thank you very much.
No, thank you for helping us get the word out. We really appreciate it.
All right, thank you. We'll be right back. here today to celebrate the ribbon cutting for Barbara Hatch School of Dance. They're located on Halstead Road in the Halstead Tech Center, just north of Grand River. They have doubled their size in their business, which is very exciting for us.
Yes. We're excited to be in our beautiful new space. We were in downtown Farmington for 28 years, and we absolutely loved being there, but we needed space, and we're so excited to be here. Thank you all.
Welcome to Farmington Hills. You have been like a cornerstone of our community for many, many years. You've danced your way into our hearts.
Welcome back. Joining us now is Brandi Ellis with Bellis Therapeutic Spa. Welcome, Brandy.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Brandy, you've been in the community since 2006.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you explain a little bit about the services that you offer in your spa?
Well, Bellis Therapeutic Spa, we provide facials, massages, body wraps, body scrubs, and we also have express services for those guests that are in a rush or trying to pop in during lunch.
And Brandy, I know you offer couple massages too. My wife and I have enjoyed that. It's a beautiful spa that you have. It's very relaxing. Can you talk a little bit about the environment in the spa?
Sure. Well, we like to be that get away from home, a home away from home. So when you come into the spa, we always provide all our guests with spa slippers to just kind of transition from being outside, being busy. We bring you back. We have spa robes and a changing area for you to change and get comfortable before you get started with your services. We also provide a relaxation area so that way you have fruit-infused water, specialty teas to really choose from before you get your services.
Okay, and you've been with the chamber now for a few. You've come back to the chamber. You're with us now, and you're partnering with us. And it looks like you offer more than just people coming to your spa. You're really now trying to expand the corporate side of your business, and the chamber has partnered with you also to pamper for Administrative Professionals Day. Some of our staff members. Why don't you talk a little bit about the corporate services that you do offer?
Well, we have Bellis Corporate Massage, and what we provide is corporate massages, corporate facials, where we come out to offices and we actually set up. So it's more like a spa on site so that their employees don't have to leave, but it's a great way for them to give an employee appreciation day, for baby showers, a way just to provide a wellness program for their employees.
Now, how long ago did you start this process of the corporate side of your business, the corporate outreach?
We've had the corporate side, we just started, it's been a little bit less than a year. We've had a lot of requests from our guests that have come and recommended that we actually come to their office. So we've done a couple of events where we've actually gone and done golf outings. We've done some events at Ford Field and just in-house at some of the local community businesses.
Well, we're excited. On the 28th, you're going to be at our golf outing, and that's going to be one of the nice things that golfers aren't going to expect to see out there. It's going to be really nice and relaxing. So can you explain what a corporate chair massage is and maybe that process?
Sure. So instead of bringing out a massage table, we actually bring out a massage chair. So that way the client is able to sit, they sit upright like they're sitting in a chair, they're fully dressed. The chair is made out of memory foam, so they still have that soft comfort of being on a massage table that they're leaning forward in, and then we do concentration more on like neck, shoulders, maybe lower back. So those are the main areas that we massage.
So what's the process then if somebody was looking to bring some of these services into their business? How do they reach out to you?
Sure, they can go to our website, which is bellistSpa.com. That's BELLISTSPA.com. And we have our corporate website there where they get a chance to actually look and see all of the corporate services that we provide. 'Cause besides chair massage, we also have done facials. We've come and provided on-site massages, so if they wanted tables. And we've also gone and did a whole day at Children's Hospital where we provided corporate chair massages for the parents.
Can you tell us a little bit about the special offers you have for people who want to come to the spa?
Sure. On Tuesday, we do something called Terrific Tuesdays, so you get a chance to come in and experience the spa. It's a 1-hour massage for $48, so that's every Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, we offer a 90-minute special, so it's a 90-minute massage and sauna treatment for $75.
Now Brandy, we started working together just a couple months ago, and the relationship has been great. And I think you have a beautiful spa in downtown Farmington.
Thank you.
but everybody that's very passionate about their business, because you are very passionate about your business, has that one special thing about their business they like the most. So what service is it of yours that you like providing the most of any other?
Well, my favorite service to receive is raindrop therapy. I just love that because it's the essential oils that are dropped directly on your body, like warm raindrops, and we massage them in.
Okay.
We also use warm towels in that service, so it's just totally relaxing while you're laying on the table. And my favorite service to give is called Relaxology, and this is one we created in-house because we had so many requests for clients that wanted some of everything. So this is a full body massage where you start face up. We do a face and scalp massage, so you kind of get that experience from a facial, but you're receiving a massage. And then we massage full body, but when we turn you over, we do hot stones on the back, so it gives you a chance to really get that soothing hot stone effect too.
You offer sport massage too, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So if somebody really wants to get in, an athlete really wants to get in there and get their muscles
Right.
loosened up, you guys do that too, correct?
We do.
Excellent. Can you tell us a little bit about your best day in business?
My best day in business. My best day in business was my ribbon cutting through the Chamber of Commerce. We have had two ribbon cuttings because we've moved twice since being in Farmington, and the turnout from the community was awesome. We had everyone come out. We stood on the porch, took pictures because we used to be across the street and on Grand River, and it was just awesome.
Now, you guys are located now in that strip center next to Riley Park and the Cheese Lady and Painting with a Twist, so everybody knows where she's located at. And Brandy, you've made it since 2006. Business is 9 years now, almost on that 10-year mark, which is very sustainable. Yeah. Can you give a tip to someone who's looking to start a business, maybe help them out a little bit?
Sure. My biggest tip, I would say, is to network, build relationships. A lot of the people that I met when I first came to Farmington, I'm still friends with, and we still connect. We try to do some cross-promoting, cross-marketing, just to really support and keep each other.
Now, you've been in the community of Farmington since 2006. Can you explain why you chose the community to do business?
Farmington, it's just, they're business driven, they're really local, and they're all about supporting the small businesses, and that was really important for us because we're not a chain, we're not a franchise. It's my husband and I that own the business, so we really look forward to having that support. We know all of our guests on a first name basis, and we're there almost every day. So we really wanted someone that, community that support and understood.
So what are your hours of operation?
So we're open Tuesday through Saturday. We open at 10 a.m. and we close at 7. And then we are starting to open on Sundays. And so Sundays we're there from 11 to 3.
And you've said the website now for your corporate side of your business. What's the phone number they can call in case they want to get a hold of you to come into your store?
Okay, it's 248-442-0034.
And again, you're located in the strip center next to the Cheese Lady and Painting with a Twist next to
Right.
Riley Park, just off Grand River. Very convenient. So, Brandy, I want to thank you for coming out today and being a guest on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Thank
I
you.
really appreciate it.
Thank you. And we'll be right back. Thank you. We're here today to celebrate the grand opening of the Riviera Cinema.
It's been 5 years we've been trying to do this to the theater. We started this process probably almost a year ago. The support that we've gotten from the city has just been beyond what we could have ever imagined, and without them we wouldn't be here today. Now it's open to the public. We hope you guys enjoy it.
This is the only movie theater in Farmington Hills. I didn't get to do a tour yet. Ken has, and he said it was just unbelievable on the inside. It's going to be a different type of movie experience.
Go
All right,
for
guys,
it, Eli.
go ahead.
Go like that. You ready?
You help now.
Welcome back. Joining us now is Dennis Hoffman. He's the president of the Harrison Football Booster Club. Welcome, Dennis.
Thanks, Dan.
Yeah.
Nice to be here.
Dennis, it's good to have you on the show today. We appreciate you being a member, and we're glad to talk about more about the football boosters today. Welcome.
All righty.
So how long have you been in the Farmington area, or you personally?
Me personally, I moved here in 1983 from Ohio,
Yeah.
but I'm maize and blue through and through.
All right, Dennis. Now, why don't you talk to us a little bit about what the Harrison High School football boosters do, and we'll start there.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I think the biggest thing we're an organization made up of parents of players, managers, and even athletic trainers. And our biggest thing is to support the football program and make it for the greatest years of their life. There's a lot of fundraising that needs to go on, not just during the season, but year-round to raise funds for things like lunches, the end-of-year dinners. Coaches go off to a lot of different clinics for training. So it's really a year-round organization. We don't just do it 3 months a year.
And it's a membership-based organization, correct? You can become a member of the Boosters by joining for a fee, correct?
That is correct. We've really kind of worked it out to have 3 different levels. One is if you're a parent of a player, a manager, a trainer. Those are the parent booster group. That's $50 to join the Boosters that way. Or we have an alumni chapter that it's going to be $25 if you're a former player and you want to join as an alum, you can do that. And then we're going to get a third category into place real soon, just plain friends of the program, people who want to support Harrison.
And the membership fee is an annual membership fee?
It is an annual membership.
So $50 a year, you can become a member of the Boosters and support the football program and the kids going through high school.
That's correct.
That's a great deal.
And I shouldn't say it can be less, but if you're not a parent, you're just an alum or want to support, 50 is not the base rate. Somebody could go lower than that if they just wanted to make a $20 donation to the program. Perfect.
Now, as the president of the Boosters, Dennis, you're trying to get out into the community and raise awareness of the program and try to get some of those businesses to sponsor and subsidize those costs as we discussed. What are some of the avenues that they can do that through?
Great question. Well, what we've done is every year we develop a game day football program that's sold at the game, so they can advertise in our game day football program. They can also get a banner around the stadium to promote their product and service, and they can also now we are able to accept advertising on our website of harrisonhawksathletics.com, and that isn't going to cover just football boosters, but that's for all of the sports boosters at Harrison. So 3 different prongs, 3 different approaches.
And how many people come out to an average home game? Just to give an idea of like exposure, how many programs do you sell a year and how many people attend a game?
We have sold, every other year we have either a guaranteed 4 home games a year or 5 home games a year. But that's regular season. Then come playoffs, sometimes we'll pick up an extra 3 games a year.
Okay.
Golly, that's a good question about how many people that we can get in a game. I've seen it where we've packed them in there with 5, 6, 7,000 at a game, especially after the kids are back in school.
Sure, yeah, because they get that first week where they're entering back into the first and fall semester and the game happens before the school starts, correct?
Exactly, but this year, I'll get a little plug in. Our first home game of the year is against East Kentwood. They are a Division I powerhouse. Last year, they lost to Division I champion Clarkston by a real close amount, so this is a huge school too. They're coming over from Grand Rapids. They're one of the biggest schools in the state, so it's going to be an exciting home opener, I'm telling you.
Absolutely. Yeah. So 7,000 people out at a game, you get 4 to 5 home games a year, so that's a really good avenue if someone's looking to advertise through a banner or through your program.
Exactly.
That's wonderful.
Right. What I like to talk about is aligning your product or your brand with an iconic football program like Harrison. We're one of the most winning programs in the entire state for years, and who doesn't want their product or service to be associated with somebody like that?
Why don't you talk about a little bit about that winning tradition? I know it's something you're very proud of. The community should be very proud of also.
Exactly. A lot of that goes, Harrison High School was formed in 1970, so this is our 45th year, and since 1970, John Harrington, Hall of Fame coach, is still our head coach. So if my record is right, we are just shy of 20 wins from being the winningest program in the state.
So right around the corner. So this season.
Not this season.
No.
I don't think we have enough home games or enough games.
How are we looking for this season?
Well, let me first admit to you, I'm a little bit biased. I've got a son that's a player on the team. We lost a significant number of seniors. 5 of them are going to some real quality D2 programs, Division II programs. And then we lost Michael Ojamudio is going to Iowa in the Big Ten. So a significant drop-off in some of the key players. But coming back, we have arguably the best defensive lineman in the state returning. We've got the kids that are going to be seniors. When they were sophomores, they were undefeated as JVs, and they only lost 1 game as freshmen. So Cautiously optimistic.
Cautiously
I think we're
optimistic.
going to be strong. We're going to be a force.
This rich history in the program, how many state championships does Harrison have?
13.
13.
Going on 14.
Looking for the 14th state championship.
That is right.
Right here in our own backyard. Isn't that wonderful?
Let's hope so.
Absolutely.
Let's hope so.
So you guys are relatively new to the chamber, Dennis. You led the charge on becoming a chamber member, and I want to ask how that's benefited the Booster Club by being a member of the chamber.
Well, ironic that you would mention that. The very first meeting I went to, and I want to give credit, Joe O'Connor, who's our vice president, it was kind of his idea to join the chamber, and to me, it just, after he explained it a little bit, it made a lot of sense. So I come to the very first meeting, and I met a gentleman who handles banners, signs. So he will be handling all the signage around the stadium for us. So literally in one meeting, my membership was paid for.
Awesome. That's wonderful. So what do you see in the years to come for Harrison Football Boosters?
Well, I hope that we're going to continue to grow. We've got to get more of an interactive presence. We have some Facebook pages that need to be refined a little bit, but I see us being more involved on social media. I want to see us reaching out more to not just the local community, but former players that are on the west side of the state or outstate can go to our website and get a little review of the season, preview of the upcoming games, maybe have Coach Harrington talk about next week's opponent. That's all stuff that's in the future, but I think we can get there.
Okay, and then what is the secret for your sustained success over 45 years, 13 championships, and a real rich history?
I think obviously it starts with the stability of at the top, Coach Harrington, but we have 3 assistant coaches who have been named Michigan High School freshman and JV coaches of the year. Those 3 together combine over 50 years of coaching experience. And in addition, we have 5 coaches who are all former Harrison players. So consistency, stability, it's just kind of keeping that winning tradition alive.
That's great. Now, you've mentioned the website. Is there a phone number people can get a hold of the boosters at? Or?
Well, what I'm going to suggest that they do is, why don't we direct them to an email address, which is harrisonboosterclub@gmail.com. That's harrisonboosterclub, all one word, @gmail.com.
Dennis, that website just one more time in case they missed it.
The email address, harrisonboosterclub@gmail.com. The website, Harrison Hawks, plural, harrisonhawksathletics.com.
Dennis, we're very glad to have you as a chamber member, and to see you jump right into the chamber and start networking and really get that community feel is wonderful. I'm glad to have you on the show today. Is there anything else that you'd like to mention?
Just come out and see us this fall. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Thanks,
Absolutely.
Dennis. We appreciate it.
Glad to do it.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
I welcome everybody to come to the Wicked Table, as they would say in Boston. It's wicked awesome. We're an American Bistro, and since we're in an industrial area, we're trying to do kind of an industrial take on your favorite foods. So we're doing everything from French style bistro food to American bistro food and everything in between.
Welcome back. Joining us now is Sean O'Reilly with Restoration Plus. Welcome, Sean.
How you doing, Dan?
Good. Welcome to the show. We appreciate you being here. Sean, you're very ingrained in the Farmington Hills community. Why don't you tell everybody a little bit about what you do?
I'm a general contractor, and I do contracting for the Downtown Development Authority, as well as other city departments. And I also do commercial and residential remodels, renovations, and maintenance.
So you're pretty much a one-stop shop for anybody.
Yeah, I am a one-stop shop. I will do large renovations all the way down to minor repairs, whereas a lot of other companies, they don't want to touch the smaller repairs.
Okay. And what made you get into this business?
Well, I've been in the field for about 30 years, and I've done supervising, management. I did a little bit of design, but I really love the building aspect and working with the people.
So you're a local business owner. How long have you been in business?
I've been in business a little over 20 years, and I've been working in the Farmington Hills area for 17 of those years.
Okay. That's why, so it's just you that runs the business, who does all the maintenance and repairs. That's why you have so many titles?
Yes,
Yeah.
it's just me. I'm the secretary, I'm the supervisor, and the general worker. I do have some employees, but I make sure I have my hands on every part of the business.
And Sean, you know, personally, I want to say that I appreciate your work, and you help out the chamber a lot when we need something. It's very much appreciated. We got you to join, I think, in January it was, and we're starting to get you more active and involved. How has the chamber benefited your business?
Well, the chamber's benefited my business through increased referrals. I have a better business network, and quite frankly, it's always a pleasure to deal with the chamber and the staff. You guys are great.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate that. In business for 19 years, in Farmington Hills for 17. What has been your best day in business so far?
Well, probably the best day for my business was the day my father told me I was very wise to start my own business and not go into one of the car companies, which was what he was recommending at the time.
Okay, so that little pat on the back, the approval from Dad, that's wonderful.
Yeah, it was great. You know, dads are always right, except for that one instance, and
Right.
it paid off well.
Right, that's great, Sean. You know, being in business so long, there's probably some things that you've learned along the way and had some stepping stones. What is the biggest surprise that you've had in running your own business?
Well, I have to say the biggest surprise is that you never really get a day off. Unless, of course, you go out of town and shut your cell phone off, but you're always working.
All right. What would you give, what advice would you give to somebody, or a tip that was interested, that's just starting out, maybe has a trade or, you know, service that they provide that they're comfortable with starting their own? What would your tip be to that person?
Well, I have a couple of them. Number one, be prepared to work some very long, hard hours. One of the keys is to be honest and candid with all your customers. And most importantly, be sure that it's not only something that you enjoy, but it's something that you really want to do.
Okay. Now, what is your favorite part of the job, Sean?
I would say my favorite part of the job is the people that I work with. I've worked in other municipalities, and Farmington Hills, you know, the residents, the merchants, the city officials and workers, they're just great people to deal with. That's what keeps me here and keeps me happy.
I would agree with that. People always ask, you know, what's the best part of your job, Dan? And it's the same answer every time. It's the wonderful people that make up Farmington Hills. It really is true.
It is. It's a great community.
So what is your biggest source of clientele?
Well, my biggest source is repeat customers. I've got customers that I've had for over 20 years, and they don't want anybody else touching their house. And some have become personal friends. I've even had some invite me to dinner and make me pies.
Sean, your personality does, you know, it would reflect something like that, because you are very warm and very nice when people get to know you. You're a great guy, Sean. So what is, out of those things and the services you provide, because it sounds like, you know, you can do anything commercially, residentially, you contract through the DDA in Farmington, and what is the one thing when you get that call and somebody needs something done that you enjoy doing the most?
Well, I would say I really like taking something that's, you know, a real troubled area for them and completely refurbishing it, because in a lot of instances, you know, they don't know where to turn, and it's very gratifying to get a heartfelt thanks from a customer who really, you know, truly needed your help.
So it really doesn't matter necessarily what the project is. It's just seeing that the relief of the people that you're helping is that gratification that you
Oh,
get.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
Okay.
I enjoy doing all of it. All aspects of it are just fun to me.
Wonderful. And how do you advertise?
Well, I don't really do any advertising in the standard sense of the word. I do hand out business cards when people request them, but everything else is word of mouth or referral. If you're to call the city, for instance, lots of times I'm the guy that they will recommend.
Okay, so how does someone get a hold of you then? If they wanted to call you and, you know, have their, you know, kitchen fixed, or their roof is leaking, or they need some kind of service, how do they reach out to you?
Well, they could, you know, get a hold of me through the chamber, through the city. Basically, if you've got my number, I have my business cell phone. It's on. It's with me 24 hours a day. So just give a call and I'll get right back to you. And I do all my estimating for free.
What's that number, Sean?
The number is 248-790-7999.
And what are your standard business hours? You're on call 24 hours a day, which is a great service to people who are in a real emergency or a real clutch situation. But what are your normal hours?
My normal business working hours are from 6 a.m. till about 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday. But I will do emergency hours and Sunday work if that's what the customer needs.
Is there anything special you'd like to let the residents and business owners know in Farmington Hills about your business, other than what we've discussed?
Well, probably the most important thing is I approach every single job as if it was something that I was doing for myself, and it is something that I own. So you will get not only an efficient job, but you'll get first-class quality.
Yeah, I can vouch for that too. Again, Sean, we've used you and you've been excellent. So I want to thank you for coming out today to be on the show with us. It's Sean O'Reilly with Restoration Plus. Sean, thank you very much.
Dan, thank you for your time. It's always a pleasure.
Good to see you, bud. We'll be right back. Thank you.
My name is Dan Irvin. I'm the Executive Director for the Greater Farmington Area Chamber of Commerce, and we're here today to celebrate the grand opening of Detroit's premier vapor company.
Glad to be here today, and on behalf of the Mayor and City Council, we're glad for a new business to be opening in our town. And glad to be here and glad you're here as well, and hope you thrive and prosper in our community.
Very excited to be a part of Farmington Hills, also the Chamber. Look forward to a very good, successful business here. Vaping is one of the fastest growing industries in the U.S. It is a great alternative to smoking.
Welcome back. Joining us now is Shebun Savaya. Shebun, I want to thank you for coming out today and being on the show. Your salon is located on Middle Belt, just north of 10 Mile in that northwest corner.
Yes.
You put a lot of work into that salon to get it open and remodeled. You take a lot of pride in that. I noticed that when I started. Why don't you explain to everybody the services that you offer at your salon?
We do the haircut, the hair color, Brazilian blowout, and we have the service for the professional stylist. A great haircut will never go out of the style.
Okay. And you offer full service hair wash and
Full service,
okay.
yeah, hair wash, shampoo, haircut, style, updo, and haircut men, women, kids, and we have a special for the senior citizen too.
Okay. And you have special going on right now through the end of the month too. If you're a new customer for a haircut, is $7.99. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you can check that out and.
Yes, it's better now. It's good.
That's excellent. Now, Shebun, how long have you been in Farmington Hills?
I have almost in the Farmington. I opened now my salon the 2 of 15 in the March. Before I was working the Great Eclipse almost a year and a half. I was there the manager, and I have with the Ruby Blue Salon almost about 1 year too. Almost 3, 4 years in the Farmington I worked there.
Okay, and then you started branching out to start your own business, your own salon.
Yes.
So when was the door open? How long have you been doing your own salon now?
Now almost month and a half.
Okay.
We open it.
People can find you on Facebook.
Yes.
And I know you're very active with that, and you jumped right into the chamber. We're so glad to have you as a member.
Thank you so
and,
much.
We'll continue to help promote your business. And so when you going back to when you started cutting hair, what made you want to get into this type of business?
Well, I start for this the business because this is the business you like it before you know how you do the haircut or you work for the money. No, you like the business, especially with the haircut, because this is art. It's not anyone he can do it. You like it and you be good and a professional.
So what so far has been your best day in business? I know it's only been like a month and a half, but what has been your best day in business so far?
It's pick up, and we have a lot. My client, I have it too. They follow me. with the from Ruby Blue Salon. I was
Okay.
there, and other location too. They follow me people. And I'm telling you, almost I have 3 years and 4 years in the Farmington. I have a lot of people I know the face where they me, oh, Shebun, Shebun.
Shebun, again, your store's located at 10 in Middle Belt. What are the hours of operation so people know when they can come see you?
We open almost 7 days in the week,
Okay.
Monday to Friday, 9 to 8, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. And we have Saturday, 9 a.m. to the 6 p.m. And we have Sunday from 10 a.m. to the 5 p.m. And we have great stylists there. All the people, they are professional stylists.
Now, in your salon, do you have a certain product that you sell or that you rep? Or?
We sold the product there. We have the short scarf product. We have the Moroccan oil. We have American Crew, Matrix Eyelash, and Brazilian Blowout too. Some the shampoo and that sulfate free. Short sexy hair product too.
What would be the most important piece of advice you would give to somebody who is looking to start their own business?
The piece that start the new body for the business where you be, if you can imagine it, you can create it.
So if you can imagine it, you can create it.
Yeah,
And
and the same thing for the opening business. Follow your dream, and never don't give up.
Good. That's wonderful advice. And I've seen, I've been into your salon and your salon spa, and I can tell there's a really, really strong sense of pride and
Thank
ownership.
you so much, Don. I appreciate you.
A lot of pride that goes into that, and so everyone knows you remodeled that yourself, correct?
You're right.
You did.
Everything.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
And right now you're in process of updating the parking lot so that it's very user friendly, so that anybody that can come
We
see
have
you.
private a lot, yeah, now the parking lot, about maybe 14 to 16 cars.
So if the front of the building is full, which
Yes.
it can happen quickly,
Yeah.
people can park just behind the building, and it's a really quick, easy access
You're
to the
right.
front.
Under the front, we have two for the handicap, for the people they cannot walk in or that.
Okay, do you run your appointments only, or do you accept walk-ins?
We accept walk-in, we make appointment, the both we work.
Okay. Do you take credit card, and what kind of credit cards do you
We
take?
take the Visa, MasterCard, and Discover, and American Express, credit, debit.
So right now you have a special going on, $79.99 for a haircut if they're a new client, and you have an ongoing special for seniors for $10.99. Is that correct?
No, we have it for the senior special always from $12.99. Sorry, you're right. $12.99. Any kind haircut, man or woman. Just
Okay.
special for the senior citizen. $10.99. This is the regular days. Just we have every Tuesday. The senior citizen is $7.99.
Okay.
And we have the kids too for the special price for the kids 10 years and under, $10.99 all
Okay.
the days.
And I need to get my son up to see you here pretty
Sure,
soon. His hair's
thank
getting a
you.
little out of control, and we always shop chamber members first, so it's wonderful.
Thank you. Dad.
Which kind of hair color do you use in the salon?
We have it there. Use the short scarf hair color.
Okay.
Is the organic one.
Okay. Is there any particular reason because it's organic, or?
Is we try it, we like it, and a lot of clients they like it too. Then
All right. In June we're gonna be doing your ribbon cutting, and we're very excited about that. We've covered a lot today. Your products and what your services are, and the location of your building. If somebody wanted to call you, what's the phone number and how they can get a hold of
this
you?
be my phone number for the salon 248-579-6119.
And you're on Facebook also.
And the Facebook Savaya Spa Salon. Anyone he can looking under with the website too, Savaya Spa Salon Wobbly.com.
Shebun, is there anything else that you'd like to tell everyone to be watching this to come see, other than to come see you and get your hair cut? Is there anything about you or your business that you'd like to tell everyone?
The business we try make the best for everyone, and where you be the client happy, we be all the stylists in the salon happy with the client too.
Okay. Well, we're very glad to have you as a member, Shebun. Thank you very
so
much.
much,
And it was wonderful to meet you, and we're glad to be partnering with you.
I appreciate
And
you. Thank you.
appreciate you being on the show today.
Thank you so much.
Again, this is Dan Irvin, Executive Director for the Greater Farmington Area Chamber of Commerce. We want to thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Business Builders Corner. Remember to always shop Chamber members first. Thank you.